Hear me, women and wives. Hear me, husband and lovers. Paul McCartney's new disc made it higher than others. That's right, folks. McCartney's new album, McCartney 3, actually, in the UK charts, is #1. He's got the top position in the UK. First time in 31 years that he had a #1 over there, although he's had more #1s over here. And in the US, his album McCartney 3 is going to debut at #2 on the Billboard 200 charts. Just a step down from #1. And I think that's pretty darn good for a guy who's 78 years old. And he had a #1 in the US with Egypt Station last time, a couple of years ago. So I'm pretty happy for the man. And I have stuff to say about this. Also in the US, although it's #2 in the Billboard 200 charts, he did make #1 in the album sales chart. So in the album top sales chart, it's #1. Okay, so just throw that in for good measure. Now, I'm the first to say this. From the very beginning, I anticipated that if this album should become #1 or #2, thereabouts, a lot of the reason for that is going to be because Paul had a plan, and his marketing team as well, to go out and try to figure out how to give a man of his age that kind of a hit. Because you got to figure, radio is really important to selling a record. Always has been. However, in recent years, we noticed that if somebody's older, like Paul McCartney, someone who's in his 70s, almost 80, is not going to get any radio play, not that much anyway, not like it used to be in the 50s, 60s, or 70s, or 80s. Not going to be like that. So how else does he go about this? Now, I had mixed feelings because should an album reach the top of the chart at #1 based on how many gimmicks are out there and physical kinds of sales to drive people to buy them for other reasons, the records, or just because of the quality of the music? Well, I had my thoughts, I had my reservations, and before I go into that, I'm going to, first of all, congratulate Paul McCartney. Congratulations, Paul, on their triumph here, getting #1 in England, #2 in the States so far. But, it is true that there was a little plan that was hatched, and that was to put multiple colored vinyl copies, like in this case, the one here that I'm showing is white vinyl. And I think Paul had like 10, at least, maybe 12 different varieties of colors. Pink, red, blue, green, yellow, orange, Coke bottle, transparent green, violet. You get the idea. And I wasn't going to buy all of them at first. I was only going to buy maybe 3. Now I got the fever, but you have to keep one thing in mind. Nobody is forcing anybody to buy every single one of these. Just think of like the ice cream, Baskin Robbins. You have 31 flavors, right? Do you have to eat all 31? No. Okay, you pick the one you want out of the 31. Nobody's putting a pistol up there and telling you got to buy all these. So physical sales were considerable because there are people that are collectors like myself who I did eventually cave in and say, yeah, I'm going to kind of get more than I thought I would. You could argue and say a physical sale is a physical sale. It doesn't make a difference how or why. But I'm very happy to say that now I've heard this album must be at least 20 times since it's come out. And I really think it's a very good album. So anything that I may have felt in the beginning going into this about the quality of the record, notwithstanding and all, has completely kind of been erased because the album itself is worth it. I consider this a very good album. Very happy by this. And of course, not everybody is liking it, but most people seem to be. Already it's getting a general vibe that it's considered a very good album amongst critics and fans alike, for the most part. Not everybody's going to agree 100%. So it looks like the music, the content itself, actually would have earned the top position or top 2 or 3 anyway. So that's good. But for the purpose of this video, I thought we could do some discussion, and it's controversial. What do you think, folks? Do you think that this is bogus? This is total fake #1, fake #2? Or do you think it's a combination of both? Or does the music just hold up? I think already mostly positive word of mouth is going out there. So I think that a lot of positivity is following this album in its wake, and a lot of people are realizing it's pretty good. Now, if you're one of the many people out there, whether you're a fan or you're not a fan, there are people out there that are saying, well, Paul McCartney doesn't sound at 78 like he used to sing when he was 21. So, therefore, right away, they don't want to know about it. There are people that were looking to sabotage this from the very beginning. Before they even heard a note of music, sight unseen, audio unheard, they had their minds made up they were going to trash it. But you know what? You're going to have a harder job ahead of you, because now the quality of it is very good. So, for those of you out there that are going to trash it before you even saw it and trying to find some way to dethrone this thing, good luck. All I can tell you is it's #1 in England, #2 in the States. Suck it up. Later.